Hey kids, welcome back to Let's Play Tamriel Rebuilt. The almost tier questline we're on is slowly drawing to a close, I think, here. And this chapter of this Let's Play is also going to end reasonably soon. I have been advised that there are some interesting temple questlines in Aimrah, though, so I think we are going to do a couple of those before I kind of take a break from Tamriel Rebuilt for a while. Ultimately, I think Hlena is going to be going back to Vvardenfell soon. And we will be back here at some point as well, but we still have some unfinished business here. First off, last episode I talked a lot about the essentially the travel, the sort of traveling around a lot in the quest line we did, and it is true that we can use Civi intervention to speed. We could have been using this to speed it up. Actually, part of the reason I wasn't was that I thought that for some reason we weren't allowed to here, but something has disabled my teleporting, which, again, somebody on Discord kindly pointed out that for some reason my teleporting wasn't working, and I don't know what it is, whether it's a mod setup or not. I have a feeling it might actually have to do with Kalan. When we went to Kalan, teleporting was disabled, and I have a feeling that it sort of never turned back on, but it also could be my mod setup, so I don't know. Let's go talk to Loris Delon, though. Gonna climb up to the top level here, and see what she has to say about the last quest we did, which was we were sort of mediating between the Indoril and the Hlaalu to avoid a house war. I'm sure there's all sorts of other interesting. We actually need to go over here and up. All sorts of interesting alternative endings to that quest line, which would be cool to explore. So I'll leave that up to you guys. Play this quest line and see the various ways in which it can end. Because I think the ending that we got was what Hlena would have sort of gone for, essentially. Hello, Eileen Teloth. The Mediator in the Shadows returns. What news do you have for me, Acolytes? Tell me what's happened, Acolyte. Has disaster been avoided? Yes, Indoril Danvas has decided not to seek vengeance. That is brilliant news, Acolyte. The three have clearly blessed you with wisdom. The Office of Intercession thanks you for your service. I have no further duties for you. Perhaps you should go to the Monastery of St. Veloth next. Walk in Veloth's footsteps, Acolyte. The Monastery of St. Veloth. I don't know where that is. I don't think we're going to go there, though. Maybe they have some work for you in the Monastery of St. Veloth, though perhaps it would be better if you perform some duties elsewhere and climb up the ladder of the temple hierarchy first. You are a mere acolyte, after all. Yes, and this is very interesting. This is very interesting. Now, I have been told that there are quest lines in Aimrah, and I think it would be a great idea if they... or that there is a quest or two anyway in Aimrah. I think it would be great if they sort of said, like, you could also check in Aimrah. But because, yeah, if we click this, we do get a kind of quest prompt, but it would be great if it was in these two lines of dialogue here to kind of give the player a choice. Just my opinion. It's a small Velothi town to the south, on the shore of Lake Andoram. There is a temple shrine dedicated to St. Olms there. It's tended by Ivan Seloth, a priest originally from Alma's Tier. As a matter of fact, he wrote to us not so long ago. Apparently, the locals haven't been too welcoming to him, and he says that a friend of his has gone missing. His friend has gone missing? We also have an out here, which is good. Yes, a local sailor named Jeben. Ivan Seloth even asked us to help him find him, but the temple in Alma's Tier has more important matters to tend to than finding some sailor who's probably just drinking away his wages in a tavern somewhere. But if you're interested, maybe you should go to Aimrah and speak with Ivan Seloth. The Siltstrider can take you there. Interesting. Well, as usual, we will not be taking the Siltstrider, simply because this is Aimrah, from what I understand, is... well, it's on our map now, which is great. It's actually down here. So it's going to take us to a completely new part of the map, which I think is very exciting. Very exciting.
Water and stone.
So let's head... well, what I want to do is actually head back in the direction of Rwadir here. We're going to pick up Oliver. Go on a little road trip. Mid-afternoon, we can kind of set out. I haven't tested the camping gear with my new mod setup, so see if we end up needing that. I mean, we don't need it, it's mostly just there for flavor, but it would be interesting to see if it works. Don't see why it wouldn't, actually. Yeah, so we're headed down that way. I think we did end up going... This is where Kalan, the entrance to Kalan was. We didn't end up actually going in that ruin, though. But, someday. Someday. Follow. There we go. So yeah, we'll just kind of walk along the road here. Hopefully we don't have to go through Ruadir yet again. Not that I mind it. It's a very interesting looking city. Quite like this region. So this path here, I think, kind of leads down to this island. We actually need to Ruadir, Othrensis, and Almalexia. God, it is so tempting to just walk all the way to Almalexia. Must say, I've gotten to know this region quite well, though, and I really love it. The whole Aanthirin region is just fantastic. I'm going to be playing some Morrowind on Twitch. This series is going to go on a bit of a hiatus. Not for too long. Because quite enjoy this character. Oh, mud crab. One of the things I've changed in my mod setup is I got rid of the Morrowind Releveled mod. Oops, I want you to stay. Got rid of the Morrowind Releveled mod because I was a little bit concerned that it was maybe messing with the creatures in Tamriel Rebuilt, and I think that might be true because I don't really remember seeing mud crabs here before. So I'm glad I got rid of that. That mod basically makes the difficulty curve of the game a little bit different. Plays around with the leveled lists and stuff. So I'm just as happy to get rid of it and to have things a little bit more vanilla style. Okay, we have a crossroads here. Grez, Horak, Nav Andaram, and Aimrah. Excellent. Have we been to this little town here, I wonder? Yes, we've been this far before. This is as far as we've been. I'm not sure why we were here either. Do not remember. Looks like it's just a shack. Oh, it's a sort of little... It's a comberry plantation. Right. Well, we'll press on. Press on. Yeah, no, I will take a bit of a break from this series. I don't know how many episodes I'm gonna... This little Aimrah adventure is gonna be, but I'm gonna get that cork bulb. Stock up on alchemy. If we want to level up in the temple, we need to either increase alchemy or restoration. And they're both rather difficult to increase, unfortunately. This is a wonderful bridge. I love it. Is that the Tyr River? That's sort of a little tributary. It's sort of a little tributary of the Tyr River, actually. Very interesting. And this is a completely new town. God, it's amazing. We've barely even scratched the surface. Barely even scratched the surface of what this region has to offer. Rather, oh, it's a mine. Interesting. What we got here? Egg mine, I presume. Yes. Egg mine. Kind of cool. Neat mining props outside of it. Big chopped down log. Like a little ancestor shrine there. So why don't you wait here while we scout out the town here? What town is this? Velonith. Huh. Let's take a look. I wouldn't be adverse to actually getting some alchemy training. It's a little bit of a tedious skill to train. I do use it regularly, but
is there something you need?
What can you tell me about? Tell me anything about where we are here? Services. We're just a community of faithful and hardworking mayor. If you're here for services, you'll be sorely disappointed. got here? A shrine to... Shrine of St. Maris? Take Maris's warning, why not? Some shacks.
Is there something?
Guar that looks suspiciously like Oliver. Some houses, wow. Ooh, that's a very cool little cart. I love it. I love it. Can you tell me anything about this town? Why do you come to Velenith, Outlander? Velenith's path is north along the road. That's where most travelers go. If you wish to travel south to Narcissus, you will have a long road ahead of you. I would love to travel to Narcissus.
May I help you?
We'll settle for Aimrah for now. I don't know why. I think we should actually go grab Oliver and bring him back, because I think this path goes straight through town. It was a little bit foolish of me to leave him all the way over here. Interesting little town. Very interesting little town.
Is there something you need?
Doesn't really seem like there's much there in the way of quests. Be missing something though. Alright, what have we got here? I'm using vanilla road signs right now. I did have a road sign mod installed. I've got to sort that out again. It did not survive the mod transition I did a few weeks ago. I need to go dig it up again. There's a particularly good one for Tamriel Rebuilt that's regularly updated. Go grab it and stick it in there again. The mod list I was using recommended one that required a patch that used TR Patcher, and I tend to avoid those. Simply because it's kind of hard to keep them up to date as Tamriel Rebuilt expands. But yeah, wow. Kind of a different, we're sort of gradually getting into a sort of different feeling landscape here. This is, I guess, the lake. That lake we were told about. Very cool. A lot flatter here. We've come into a much flatter area. Very hilly near almost here. That must be Aimrah. Yep. The big Dahrk ruin across the river, across the lake, I guess. Ooh, and there's something else over there. Like another little town, or is that where we just were? Nope. Like another little town. Cool. On the path to, I didn't read where that path went, but yeah, wow, there's just so much. There's just so much to explore. Ooh, what is that? I think we might be seeing the edge of the world, actually. I think we might be seeing the edge of the world there. I don't know, though. Maybe it's intended.
I'm listening.
Hello. Hey, you. You're not heading to Aimrah, are you? Well, as a matter of fact, I am. Don't tell me you're planning on staying in Aimrah. Maybe? Listen to me, buddy. Don't make the same mistake I did. The townspeople, they don't like outlanders like us. I'm a scholar, you see, of biology. I came here to study Lake Andoram and its creatures, the Droog. I guess I offended some locals with my questions because I had to run for my life. Yes, well, the locals around here are not the most friendly, that's for sure. Well, what happened? Well, nothing actually happened. Not yet, anyway. It was more of a feeling, or a hunch, if you will, that I was in mortal danger. Like I was constantly being watched by someone. At night, they tried to break into the room I was staying in. Or that's what I think. I decided I couldn't take it anymore, packed my things and left. I'm going to Almastir now. From there, I can find a ship to take me back to civilization. Well, okay. Goodbye, then. Yes, bye. I must be going, too. Interesting. A very interesting introduction to this new town. I am so curious about those cliffs there. I have a feeling that is... Looking at the map here, I think that is... yeah, that's the edge of the world. That's stuff that Tamriel Rebuilt has not... the Tamriel Rebuilt team has not developed yet, so... I think my distant terrain is perhaps a little bit more distant than stay here than intended for the purposes of visiting this town.
Do you
Hello.
want something?
Listen, you don't belong here, Outlander. Why don't you just get out of Aimrah and leave us alone? Well, you know, honestly, I came here on the behalf of the temple to help Ivon Seloth, I guess. So I guess we'll just head straight to the temple since... Wow, what a town, though. Like a little lake port. Amazing. Looks fantastic. Apartment complex. Wow. Oh, this is awesome. The lighthouse. Lock level 100. It's a particularly well-guarded lighthouse, considering the generally shitty security at lighthouses in Morrowind. Let's do a little bit of buying and selling here. I think I have I think I have one or two things I'd like to get rid of, like these pearls, perhaps. Oh, training and barter at some point. Can you tell me about Aimrah? An outlander in Aimrah, how strange. Speak. Yes, you're in Aimrah now, on the shore of the Great Lake Aanthirin. This is a small Velothi settlement, home to sailors, fishermen, and dockworkers. If you're looking for someone in particular, or a specific place, I can tell you more, but in the end we're all just humble subjects of Indril Ilvi of Radir. Oh, we're still in the domain of Indril Ilvi here. Well, tell me about, mostly fishermen, dockworkers, and sailors in this town. Dava Arenim is the appointed hetman of this town. She can be found in the trade house. Dilveni Gilmelnil runs the Sailor's Inn. Oh, we're going to check that out for sure. Ivan Seloth is the priest at the Shrine of St. Olms. Then there are the Marvis brothers, Captain Obadir Marvis of the freighter Paradmra, and Guar keeper Barandus Marvis. Interesting. Very interesting. Near the docks, we have the Sailor's Inn. At the docks, there's the Paradma, Captain Marvis' ship, and the Diligent Faith, a freighter belonging to Indril Ilvi. At the center of the town, there's the Trade House, which doesn't offer its services to outsiders, mind you. The eastern part of the town has a big apartment complex, that's where we are now, where the dockworkers live, and the Shrine to St. Olms atop it. Then there's the Aimrah Lighthouse, of course. You can admire it from the outside, but its door is always locked. Interesting. Surprising, yes, there are many lighthouses in this game that you can simply walk into, so it's kind of neat to see one that's not like that. This is the shrine. Ah, Ivan
We are
Seloth.
blessed, truly blessed. This is an honor.
Well, hello. Blessings of the three upon you. Did the temple send you here to help me? None of the locals will. I'm trying to find my friend Jeben. He's gone missing. Well, yes, I had heard of that. He's a sailor, a young man in his 30s, a mere boy for Indudmar, you understand. Now, unlike most of the local sailors, he visits this shrine regularly, not just to pray and make offerings, but also to talk with me. He's an orphan, you see. He needs some guidance in life. I suppose he's come to see me as a bit of a father, and I must admit I'm rather fond of the boy myself, poor thing. Poor thing? Jelen is, well, his heart is in the right place, but his mind is troubled, haunted for some reason. He's told me that he sometimes sees and hears impossible things when he's out on the lake. Has nightmares of drowning, poor boy. A feeble mind such as his shouldn't be in that profession. So now you understand why I'm worried that he's not visited me in days. I fear that either something bad has happened to him, or that he's done something foolish. Please, will you help me find him? Alright, I will. Where should I start? Thank you, Hlena. Jeben is part of the crew of the freighter Paradma. The ship's anchored at the docks. You should question the captain, Obadir Marvis. If anyone knows Jeben, it's him. If Jeben doesn't want to visit me anymore, it's alright. I'm not angry with him. I just want to know that he's okay. Very interesting. Very interesting. Well, we will certainly head down to the docks and check that out. Ah, this is a fantastic town. The whole design of it. What is this? That's the apartment complex. So it's all that building there, actually, the apartment complex. Interesting. And there's a sort of dry dock here as well. Very cool. Great attention to detail, as always, with the Tamriel Rebuilt content. Really, very imaginatively done. And kind of cleverly lore-friendly, but also kind of expands the lore too, right? What is this? This is the Sailor's Inn. Good to know. But it is starting to, the sun is starting to go down. We may indeed need to stay there. Are you? You're an Indoril guard. Diligent Faith. This is the one that belongs to Indoril Ilvi, I think. Oh, look at that. There's like some... What is that called again? There's like the stuff on the boat. The word for that. Barnacles. Ah, yes, you have a saber. Nalman. You ask too many questions, Outlander. What is this the boat looking for here? Yes, you're a sailor. Okay, but you're not the captain I'm looking for. Obadur Marvis. Well, you'd think you would be in the captain's cabin. God, there's barnacles all over the place in here.
What, Outlander? Why
Obadur Marvis. What do you want, hunter? I'm quite busy. Forgot that I was a hunter. I guess we are a hunter. I'm looking for Jeben. He's part of my crew. What's this about? I understand that he's gone missing. Is that so? Who put you up to this? I should have quick saved before this. I think I'm going to say it doesn't matter. It does matter to me. When someone is asking questions about a man in my crew, tell me who sent you here, or you won't be getting any answers from me. Alright, Ivan Seleth, he's worried. The priest is worried. How touching. No, I don't know where Jeben is. Haven't seen him since we unloaded the cargo a couple days ago. The damn sluggard. Do you have any idea where he could be? Bah, no doubt he's run away with that harlot, Amra. She works down at the Sailor's Inn. Jeben visits her often, brings her gifts from across the lake. I guess he must be in love, foolish boy. Dilvenigilmanil owns the inn. Maybe she knows where the two are. Interesting. And what do you know about this Amra? He works down at the Sailor's Inn, a harlot, like I said. Wow. Charming fellow. But then again... Sailors and captains, I guess. What is that? That's just a Tonto. Droog's shield. Nice. They're fishermen. I'd expect them to have the best manners, I guess. Well.
Go ahead, Outlander. What do you need?
Ladri. An Outlander in Aimrah. How strange. Speak. Latest rumors? I haven't heard any rumors. You have a disposition 60 with me, so I don't think that would be preventing us from,
Do you
getting
want
rumors.
something?
Nalis Daram? The Dathis Aldrethi? Ah, I may be blind, but I can tell for a fact you're not one of the locals or a sailor from across the lake. You don't smell like one, haha. What brings you to Aimrah, stranger? Well, I'm, wondering if... Do you know anything about this, Amra woman? She's a barmaid here, lovely girl. Perhaps behind the bar.
Our doors are always open.
Gilmanil. Oh. You know what? I'm gonna drop a quick save. Something to drink, Hlena, or perhaps you'd like to rent one of our beds, though you'd better not run away without paying like that blasted outlander, Horav Philippian. I think I bumped into him. Yes, I think I bumped into him. Yes, an outlander like you, a scholar of some sort, a skittish fellow, the type that never stays here for too long. He left without paying for his room, owes me 30 drakes. I don't have the time to go and look for him, but I don't suppose you could find him for me, get my money back. Sure. Yeah, sure. We'll do this. I think Hlena feels like everyone treats her like an outlander, and it's kind of shitty, but on the other hand, if these foolish Imperial outlanders behave like this, then it gives all outlanders a bad name, so... Thank you, Hlena. Unless you dived into the lake, and I very much doubt that, the only way to go up from here is north. You can't be very far away. Come back when you found him and gotten my 30 drakes back. Yes, I will. In the meantime, can you tell me about, You know what? let's go do that now, quickly. I think we know where he is. Maybe that will ingratiate that to us, ingratiate us to her. And I have no idea whether it actually works this way, of course, in the quest, but if we could ingratiate ourselves to her, then perhaps she would be more willing to impart us with whatever information she has about our missing sailor. Ernest Guar. I think that's him right there, isn't it?
You want something, friend?
Do yourself a favor and steer clear of Aimrah. Don't tell me you're planning on staying in Aimrah. Maybe, but when I leave, I won't forget to pay for my room like you did. Oh, did I? I suppose I did. Left in quite a hurry. How much do I owe her? 30 septims. We're not gonna lie and steal 300 septims. That would be insane. Okay, take the money to her, will you? I won't be going back to that inn. Easy enough. He did seem like a rather foolish fellow. Yeah, I wonder whether those cliffs are intentional. I know the terrain isn't finished, but it would be. They are actually rather spectacular looking. So, is that Oliver? Yes. There's so many Guar around. I can hardly tell which one's Oliver. But it is they are pretty spectacular looking. So I almost hope that something like that is what is intended for over there. Very cool. Well, that was easy enough. I'm glad we did that rather than work this off into 2 quests at once. Well, I have your money from Horav Philippian. Do you have the money that Horav owes me? Good God. English. Yes, here's your 30 septims. Thank you, Hlena. Here's a book that Horav left behind. Don't think you'll miss it, so you keep it. Maybe you'll find it interesting, or perhaps you can sell it for some profit. The Life Cycle of the Droog. Very cool. Very cool. Kind of reminds me of the, what's the one, the Mating Kagudi book? Or scroll that you get from the guys in, the 2 Wood Elves there. In, the Ascadian Isles, kind of west of Suran. Hilarious. Right, let's, barter with you, actually, just, quickly here. Do I have anything I want to sell? Not really. Yeah, I don't think I have anything I want to sell. No. You know what? I'm actually gonna buy some salt rice. Marshmallow. Because it's cheap. Grab some dried slaughterfish too. Just stuff I can make potions with. Whatever. And, yeah. What can you tell me about, Anara? No, she hasn't run away. What an odd thing to suggest. She's in the back room behind this counter. Go see for yourself. I wonder if she would have said something else if our disposition was, was lower. Oh, cool! That's awesome! That's really great. That's fantastic. Just little details like that. Sorry, I gotta do it again. That's wonderful. Hello.
Yes, Outlander. What do you want?
Anara. You're not a sailor, are you? What brings you here? Well, I'm looking for a friend of yours, Jeben. Did Jeben send you? Do you have a message from him? Jeben is missing. I'm trying to find him. Oh, I thought that he hadn't visited me because he was too busy. I know that Captain Obadur makes him work like a slave, but the captain hasn't seen him either? Captain Obadur thought you and Jeben might have run away together. Run away? Together? Don't appreciate that Captain would insinuate something like that. I'm a servant and a barmaid, not some, well, you know. This is not that kind of place. Jeben and I are just friends. Not that I would mind leaving Aimrah. Life here is miserable. If I had the means, I'd leave, believe me, but I'm stuck here. Well, where do you think Jeben could be? I don't know. Like I said, I thought he was on the ship, or maybe visiting Ivan Seloth. Jeben really likes the priest. Besides myself, I think Ivan Seloth is the only friend Jeben has. Besides myself, I think that Ivan Seloth is the only friend Jeben has. I don't think Jelef would leave Aimrah without letting me or Ivan know. Okay. Tell me more about this Jeben. He's the only one I feel like I can really talk to, you see. I don't have a family. It's difficult sometimes, but Jeben understands me. He's an orphan too. I suppose that's why we originally got to talking. It's good to have someone in my life who knows what it's like. Evan Seleth told me that Jeben is troubled. Not gonna pry about her family, I don't think. Yes, I blame the lake. It's playing tricks on his mind and making him sick. What that Imperial guy did say he was sort of feeling a weird foreboding sense or something, so... Last time I saw him, he told me of a nightmare he had. In the dream, he was underwater. It was cold and dark. Shadows grabbed him by the ankles and pulled him deeper and deeper, until a gigantic maw opened below him. I feel like we're gonna end up doing a water level here. I feel a water level coming on. And swallowed him whole. Gigantic maw opened below him and swallowed him whole. And after he woke up, he found an amulet in his pocket that he didn't remember putting in there. He gave it to me as a gift. Have a look. It's a rather ugly thing, to be honest. Peculiar wax amulet has been added to your inventory. Uh-oh. Generally speaking, amulets that appear magically are not a good sign. I suspect there might be some kind of Dahrk situation afoot. Well, thank you for this information. I'll be on my way. I wasn't worried before, but now, find Jeben, Hlena. Please. Well, well, well. 7 p.m. I'm gonna rent a room here, although I think we are going to go and talk to the priest before we go to sleep anyway. Thank you. The room's upstairs, just next to the front door. Sleep tight. Let's take a look at this amulet.
About this place.
I'm gonna assume it's peculiar wax, swift swim, and water breathing. Interesting. Well, I have a feeling we're gonna have a use for that amulet. I have a feeling this quest is gonna involve using this amulet, so that's a rather interesting effect. Oh yeah, I'm still carrying the war spear of Indoril Danvas. Probably that on Oliver, actually. Really cool weapon. Whoa! Psst! Hey there, friend. I hear you're looking for young Jeben. I reckon I could help you. Why don't you buy old Zedathis a jug of Masta first, then I'll tell you what I know. Hehehe. This is cool, man. You don't get a lot of these in Morrowind. A lot of these kind of like, in vanilla Morrowind anyway, these sort of, you know, sudden dialogue. So that's this guy here.
Is there something you
Very
need?
cool. Very well done. Well, no problem.
Tell
You said
your friends
Master,
about
right?
this place.
Are you? Okay. Did I already? You have respawning dried slaughterfish. Okay. Not you.
Yes, Dunmer?
You. Got that jug of Mastiff for me, friend. Then we'll talk about Jeben. Ah, thank you for the Mastiff, friend. Come closer. I don't want to have to speak too loudly. Now, you're looking for Jeben, but I'm afraid that both you and Ivon Seleth are blinder than poor old me when it comes to finding him. That's because neither of you is a native of this town, and you don't know the history of Aimrah. Well, enlighten me. Tell me, how much do you know of the Arnesian War? Much, actually. Speaking honestly, not much. From, stepping out of character here. Not much. Well, it doesn't matter. It's one thing to know and a whole other thing to remember. It's been over 30 years since the war with the Argonians ended. But the further south you go, the more recent it is still in people's minds. Ah, this is great. More excellent lore. Even now I can recall the sense of impending doom we got from the news of fighting in the plains of Deshaan and the horrors that took place at in the siege of Tyr. Soon, we thought, the Argonians would lay waste to Dres Horak across the lake, and the war would come to Aimrah. Please, continue. That's when some of the local families wanted to act instead of just waiting. They were saying that we should make sure that the Argonians never crossed Lake Andoran. There's Droog in the lake, you see, and they reckoned they could strike a deal with them. They knew the temple wouldn't like it, so it'd all be secret. Pay the Droog tribute, and they'd protect us. Now, I don't know what really happened in the end, but what I do know is that we never saw so much as a sliver of a lizard in Aimrah. Interesting. And what does this have to do with Jeben? Ah, you see, it was none other than the Marvis family who pushed the deal. It is said that old man Marvis, Captain Obidur's father, was the main instigator. I don't know what sort of deal he was supposed to make with those lake devils, or with what means of communication, but ever since those days, the Marvis family has been blessed with wealth and good fortune. In 30 years, not once have I heard of any of their ships sinking or getting stranded, and their divers bring up pearls the size of my fist. Interesting. I see. But what does this have to do with Jeben's disappearance? Jeben is not the first one to go missing like this. There's been a good handful of lake-faring souls like him who have simply vanished. Some of them, poor fellows, were sailors working for the Marvis family just like him. And as I recall, it started not long after the Arnesian War ended. Now, if a secret pact was indeed made with the Droog, what do you reckon was offered to them in return for their favor? I ask of you, what could monsters like them possibly want? Now, this is interesting. I think Hlena has seen Droog a few times at this point. I honestly can't remember, but I know that we did do the Pilgrimage of the Seven Graces back in Chapter 1 of this Let's Play. And that one involves that cave up near Nissus that you encounter Droog in, so... Now, what could monsters like them possibly want? Well, I think it would probably be food. That's what he's insinuating. Food. Exactly so, my friend, exactly so. They are monsters, and to them we are naught but meat, flesh to devour. That's the only thing land dwellers like us could offer them, our very lives. So you think Jeben is going to be fed to the Droog of the lake? I'm not sure of any of this, my friend, but even a blind man such as myself can tell there's something fishy going on. I can feel it in my gut. The boy is in grave danger. If he's still alive, he must be on board the Paradma. So long as the ship is docked here, there's hope. Search the ship, Hlena. He must be there somewhere. In the cargo hold, perhaps. Interesting. Well, I see no harm in searching the cargo hold of the ship. And honestly, after all that we've been through, I really don't think that Hlena would be surprised. Is this my room? Oh, sorry. Wait, who are you?
Annoying Outlanders.
Oh my god, why do you disturb me, Outlander? I was just about to give this damn lizard the beating of his life. I opened the wrong room door, man. I'm sorry, but like, you're gonna... No, I think we may actually intervene here. I can't let you do that. We'll say why. Why are you going to beat this poor Orgonian? For being a disgusting lizard, that's why. We don't want his ilk in Aimrah. I'm not buying him a drink. We'll fight you if I have to. Interesting. Man, I do wish I'd quick saved before all of this. I'll fight you if I have to. Fine. I don't want to fight you. The lizard can go. You might want to get out of here. Thank you for helping. All Yellowscales needs is the key from Dilvan Gilmil to go free. Oh. I don't know if I can free you.
Friend.
Let's see. Man, there's a lot going on in this town. Yeah, I am gonna drop a quick save. I'm not buying that.
Our doors are always open.
Yeah, this is not, I would have to steal the key, I would imagine. Perhaps pickpocket her. I don't think we're quite up for that, unfortunately. Hlena does not like slavery, but I don't think that she's going to, start a fight in this town while she's supposed to be helping this other guy. That's the room door, I guess. This is the room we've rented. Actually has a window for once, which is nice. Well, well, well. It is night. Night is falling, at least. And yeah, let's kind of scout out this ship here. Oh, this is the wrong ship. This ship. Might need to do a little bit of sneakiness here. So that's probably the cargo hold, unless there is another door somewhere. Yeah, no, I don't see Do not see another door. Can you perhaps maybe look the other way while I... Oh, this is unlocked, isn't it? I'll sneak just for the sake of it.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, there's a door back there. Excuse me. I don't believe I've seen a dark elf with such a grand outfit in some time. Okay, you have nothing to say to me, I guess. What about you?
I really can't help you, stranger.
I think you're supposed to be here. I'm watching you, landlubber. Well, don't watch too closely. I'm gonna maybe sneak past you, actually. Hi. That's the hold. Got some crates of stuff down here. You light a torch. Forgetting I can search my inventory. The journal has been updated. Search the cargo hold of the Prabma. There's no sign of Jeben here. I should let Zadathis know of this. I could also question Obadur Marvis again. Maybe he's already in the lake. I mean... It is kind of a little bit far-fetched, that story, isn't it? That whole business of... Whoa! Well, well, well. Thought you'd have yourself a look around, eh? The cargo hold is off limits. You'd better explain just what the hell you're doing down here. I'm with the Aimrah Port Authority. This is an official inspection. I don't think we're going to reveal our intentions here. I mean, that being said, the captain already knows we're looking for him, right? I don't think that's going to cut it. I'm looking for Jeben. Yes, I remember the captain mentioning that some outlander has been going around asking questions about Jeben. You've been causing trouble for the captain. I don't like folks who cause trouble for the captain. We could lie. I don't know if that does a speechcraft check. I wonder. I'm not going to bribe him. There's obviously been a misunderstanding. The captain told me I could search the cargo hold for Jeben. I think we're just going to ask him. Do you know where Jeben is? Tell me where he is. I have no goddamn clue where that foolish boy is, but I know where you are. In trouble, that's where. This is kind of a weird one. I feel like I need another option here. If you think you can threaten me, you've got another thing coming. Yeah, I don't think that's really in our character. There's no need for violence. Like I said, we're not going to bribe him. How about I just walk away, let's say. What? Oi, come back here, you bastard.
No one can challenge.
Is he actually going to follow us? Doesn't look like it. Wonder if the... You're not hostile.
Spit it out or hit the road.
I think we're gonna kill him. I think that's kind of unnecessary. As fun as it would be to kill that wood elf, I don't think we're going to. Well, well, well. Let's talk to the captain about this. You again? What do you want, Hlena? You know what?
You talk too much.
Let's talk to the priest first. Just looking at the dialogue options there. Run over to talk to the priest and see if he has anything to say about this peculiar wax amulet. Presumably it's made of Droog wax. That just occurred to me actually just now. Where is it? It's over there. The apartment complex. Getting quite late, but
Go ahead.
But I think there's some urgency to this quest. The poor fellow may be in mortal danger from the sounds of things. And then we gotta go talk back to the other guy and say that he's not in the hold.
Welcome to you.
You're back, Hlena. Have you managed to track down Jeben? I pray to the three that he's alright. Of course, he doesn't know anything about the history of this town, does he? Boy, there's a lot of dialogue topics. Right, let's go back to the inn and talk to
I can tell.
let's talk to Zadathis again, or whatever his name is, and then we'll talk to the captain. It is nice when the journal kind of points you in the right direction, if I'm honest. I have enjoyed that in these quests. It's not that interesting a task in Morrowind to kind of brainstorm what character to talk to.
Go ahead, Outlander.
It's nice when you sometimes you don't follow the journal and you discover kind of surprising alternatives. But getting kind of stuck on quests because you can't figure out or remember who to talk to is not as interesting. So I do appreciate it when the journal entries let us know. Good to hear your voice again, friend. Did you find Jeben in the cargo hold? Well, that's the thing. He wasn't there. He wasn't in the cargo hold, but it seems that the boy isn't held captive by Captain Obadir after all. Do you have any idea where else Jeben would be? I was accosted by a crew member in the cargo hold. You were? I'm sorry to hear that. I didn't mean to put you in danger. What happened? He attacked me, but I escaped. Ah, well done, my friend. Well done indeed. Do you have any idea where else Jeben could be? Well, there's still Obadir's brother, Baron des Marvis. I'm sure he must be involved in this. I reckon you might want to ask him about Jeben. He's always outside, tending the Guar by the town entrance. Keeps his apartment in the Aimrah apartment complex always locked. Might be worth searching the apartment, too. Maybe they're keeping poor Jeben there. Interesting. Might be a wild goose chase indeed, but, I'll bite. I'll bite. Let's go find this, this Guar herder fellow. Does seem rather far-fetched, the whole story. On the other hand... Can I sell you anything? Not really, I don't really have much to sell. Holly berries. Sweet pulp. That's cool. Buying alchemy ingredients. Yeah, sure. Wax.
I have a great selection that you'll find especially useful, Outlander.
Oliver. Baron des Marvis. He has quite a lot of gores.
Outlander.
Listen, you don't belong here, Outlander. Why don't you just get out of Amra and leave us alone? Did we talk to you before? I'm looking for this Jeben fellow. My brother did warn me that a nosy Outlander would come along asking questions after a missing sailor. So, am I the new suspect? I just want to ask you some questions. I absolutely refuse to play along with this farce of an investigation. We don't want your trouble in Aimrah, Outlander. Why do you keep harassing us like this? Because I'm worried about Jeben. Well, do you know who I think should be your main suspect? It's none other than that damned outsider priest Ivan Seleth himself. He filled that boy Jeben's head with all kinds of nonsense, not just temple teachings. Let me tell you, he tried to turn the boy against his captain, against this whole town. If anything, I think you should search the priest's apartment for clues. His apartment is inside the complex. This is great. This is sort of like a whodunit quest. Oh, man. Well, well, well. Okay. On the second floor of the apartment complex. Interesting. So now we're gonna have to poke around in this apartment complex. We've got two. See, it is suspicious that these two brothers have sort of warned each other of us. You know, that they sort of warned each other that I might talk to them. Baron des Malvis has a room on the bottom floor of the Amra apartment complex. So I think we will break into the bottom floor here. Ah. Oh, this is cool. I wish there were more apartment complexes. We don't really need to sneak. Oh yes, we do. Okay, let's take a restore fatigue potion actually, so that we're not doing this with low fatigue. God. Grab the old lockpick. I have so many like shitty probes as well. The lock level here. 20 should be fine. Homily of the Pilgrim. Guide to Necrom. Tempted to steal that, although that is not our purpose here. We are not here to steal. Journal has been updated. I certainly don't see anything here. Additional slowed tail. Dry lamp night. Take a solid look around anyway. You're not a thief. Hlena is not a thief. But we will look around to Sean Bread. Around just to make sure that there's nothing amiss. Well, second floor. We might as well while we're here.
Do you want something?
Not locked. Ooh. Oh boy. Oh boy. Doors of the Spirit? Blasphemous Revenants? Book of the Daedra, Cantatas of Vivek. Jeben? You have found what's left of poor Jeben. His hair is wet, his lungs are full of water, and his neck appears to be broken. An arm and a leg are missing. Good God. I don't know why I looked at those books before noticing that his arm was missing. I thought he might be sleeping. Found Jeben's dead body lying on the bed of Ansel's apartments. Some of his limbs have been cut off. I should confront the priest about this. So, it occurs to me that it's possible that the brothers have stashed the body in here. Especially since they know where the priest's apartment is. Of course, it's a pretty small town, so it could kind of be public knowledge.
Say what you want or go away.
Incorrect. There we go. Yeah, we're definitely going to confront the priest. Where is he? Over here. Man, this is awesome.
I see this.
Ivan Seleth. You're back, Hlena. Have you managed to track down Jeben? I pray to the three that he's alright. See, it's interesting, though. He kind of has sent us on this whole mission, so if he killed him, it does seem kind of unlikely that the priest has done this. I found him dead in your apartment, on your bed, partly dismembered. What? What are you talking about? Partly dismembered on my bed? That makes no sense. Well, that's where I found him. Someone must have carried his body to my apartment. My door is never locked. Yes, they could have easily done so. They are trying to frame me, Hlena. You don't think I killed Jeben, do you? Well, it doesn't look good, but, I don't know what to believe. Listen, if I had killed Jeben, surely I wouldn't have left the body in my apartment, and surely I wouldn't have asked for your help to find him. I didn't kill him, the poor boy. Well, I guess you're making sense. Good, thank you, Hlena. Now, I don't know why anyone would want to slaughter Jeben like this, but maybe we can find the ones responsible for his death. We must be clever and careful. It's clear that there's a great conspiracy at play. Someone must know who carried Jeben's body into my apartment. Wait a minute. Rathis Falveno, he's that shifty-looking guy who's always loitering in the halls of the apartment complex. I hear he sometimes does odd jobs for the Marvis family, too. Highly suspicious, don't you think? You should question him. I'm still reserving judgment on this priest here, but that is a good point. The fellow who is walking around in the halls in the apartment complex there. But yeah, this is a wild conspiracy indeed, one which we will continue next episode. So thanks for watching, and I will be back. Probably be posting these 2 episodes in short succession, and we will get to the bottom of this mystery. See you next time. Ciao.